everyone, I am Erin from Elegantly Entwined on Instagram, and I'm teaming up with Cherry Tree Beads to make you some fun little videos showing you some simple jewelry ideas. I have loved Cherry Tree Beads from the moment I found them a few years ago, and most of my jewelry collection has been made with pieces that I have bought in their shop. I wish I could see their shop in person, but I just get to shop online. For those of you who get to shop in their shop, I'm very jealous of you because I live all the way in Washington State near Seattle, and I don't get to visit their actual shop, but I do get to buy all of these lovely things through their website. This one is a 20 by 40 by 6 millimeter pear shape, and I am going to be using 20 gauge bare copper wire, and I will be oxidizing the piece after we make it today, but I don't know if I'll be showing you that or else this video will be way too long. But I'm going to use about 1 foot, 12 inches of 20 gauge dead soft copper wire. I want to keep things super simple for you guys today and not make something too complicated. So we're going to make a loop in the very center of these, or of, we're going to make a loop in the very center of this 12-inch piece. And I love to use my Beadsmith bail making pliers. They let you very easily bend the wire and make that loop. I should probably move all these gorgeous beads out of the way because I think my camera's trying to focus on all those lovelies. We'll just focus on this for now. So there's our loop, and we want these wires to be straight and lined up so that we can put them through our bead. So we have a nice little loop there. Straighten out these wires. It's always a good practice to straighten out your wires as you go, just to keep things from getting kinked. We don't like kinks in our wire. So then we'll take these wires and put them through this nice big hole on the front of the pendant. And we want to get this loop up in front here. And we could bend it against the stone, but that's really not a good practice to get into because you can very easily snap this right here, and we don't want that to happen because then we cry. We cry when we ruin our stones. All right, so if we take some pliers and hold it with our finger and just bend up from there, then we get a nice sharp bend that can lay perfectly up against the stone, and we haven't put our stone in jeopardy. Then we can very easily bend the wire up from there and move on. From here, we bend the wire out to one side, hold it with your thumb, and bring both of the wires around to form a curve, and just hold it in place with your thumb. You kind of have to hold it pretty tight and bring the wires around. We just want to make some fun little decorative loops to cover up that hole and just make it look, ooh, look, it's gone. Hole's gone, and now it just looks like it's floating there magically and beautifully. Now you can make these loops as big or as small as you want and make as many as you like. I think I'm gonna have 2 today. I'm making this pendant look similar to one of the ones I made for my ocean collection, and this is using one of the beach glass beads from Cherry Tree. These are the teal blue ones, I believe they're called. And yeah, these have the same hole. And we're just going to make 2 fun little loops bring this wire back around. And I love that there's really no right or wrong way to do this. They're all going to turn out pretty as long as you just keep these wires together. And then always be holding what you want to stay with your thumb. So if you're holding onto it tightly, then you won't pull your loops out. And bring the wire back around the back. And then to make it look nice and decorative, we'll bring it back around the front again. Back around the back again. Make sure that bail loop stays front and center. And now we can either bring the wires around the front and make some fun little loops here, or bring the wire up and around the back and make some fun loops here. I think I'm going to follow with what I did in the original and just bring them back up and around and tuck them in. So again, holding what you want to stay and bringing the wire back up and around, back behind the original loop that you made to there. Now again, you can make some fun little swirls here, or just for the sake of the video, let's keep things nice and simple and clip the wires close to the edge here and then tuck them up in and back to where these wires are here. We don't want anything to catch, so just hold and squeeze those wires down, and make sure you always run your fingers along your design to make sure that nothing is going to snag against skin or clothing. Option 1 for the bail would be a piece of 18 gauge wire. This piece is 1.5 inches long. And again, using my Beadsmith bail making pliers, using the second largest loop maker. This is my first talking tutorial, so hopefully I'm doing okay. Most of the videos that I post on my Instagram page are with music, where I'm just kind of showing my process, not actually teaching. This is my first time, so hopefully I'm doing okay. But we used this loop and then this loop. And then we have a little bit of extra. When you use your flush cutters, you want to cut flat side against this so that you get a nice flush cut and nothing sharp. And then you want to take your pliers and wiggle back and forth until you meet. You don't really want to take them and close them this way, because that way's not the best way. If you go back and forth, it kind of work hardens the wire and makes it nice and firm. Again, opening to the side, and then we can take our pendant, put it on there, and again, wiggling back and forth until they meet. So it's nice and sturdy. If you need to pinch a little bit at the very end just to make sure, that's fine. And then you want to look and make sure that everything is lined up and straight. And there you are. You have a nice big opening for your chain. And I would oxidize and polish this to darken up the wire personally, but you can leave it bright and shiny if you want to. Or you can use all kinds of different fun colors of craft wire that I know Cherry Tree Beads supplies, and those are always fun as well. So there's a nice and simple way to end the pendant if you want. And I'll take a couple more clips to show you how you could actually make your own chain with some fun beads as well. To make a fancier necklace with your pendant, you can use a 2-inch piece of 20 gauge wire, and again the bail making pliers in the smallest loop. You don't have to use these kinds of pliers. You can use any round nose pliers. I just love these because they make the same size loops every time. I found these on Amazon. They're not super expensive. So make one loop and then string on whichever beads you like in whichever pattern you like. I've decided to use some of these crystal rondelles from Cherry Tree, a coordinating stone bead that will match our pendant, and then repeating the pattern on the other side with the same crystal beads. And then with one loop facing towards you, bend the second one to the side, and again using your bail making pliers to bring the wire around and make another loop. Bring it all the way around. Use your flush cutters, flush side cutting that way so that you have a nice flush cut. And then again, using your pliers to wiggle it back and forth, coming closer every time, and you'll have a nice firm closure, making sure that there's no rough edges. And then taking these loops, just one of the loops, open it up to the side, and then add it on. You can either go this way or that way. Doesn't really matter. And then again, back and forth to close that loop. Make sure it's nice and closed. And then you'll have two coordinating bead, what do you call these? Like little chain links coming off from either side. And then from here you can add your chain to either one of these, a coordinating chain, or you could use a leather cord as well, tying a knot at each opening, or you could continue and make more of these links and continue to attach them until your necklace is long enough. So we have that option, or that simple bail that we made with those super simple loops. And it's really up to you to decide what you prefer, a fancier, more colorful option, or that simple one. Either way, I think this is super fun, and Cherry Tree Beads has everything that you need to make a beautiful necklace like this. I always have so much fun exploring their shop and finding all kinds of beautiful things to work with. Another fun idea would be to use these fun little links for matching earrings for your pendant. It'd be super simple to add some earring hooks to one of these top loops, and you would have a jewelry set ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever talking tutorial, and I hope you enjoy going to Cherry Tree Beads and checking out all of the beautiful things they have to offer.